Opposition, why you started?
I'm about to go level up, I cannot settle for nothing, I never been regular, always knew I could do better, I finally made it this far and I'm not looking back. They didn't see all the time that I put in, now me and the money are way too attached. Still reppin' 919, the city is mine and I put it all on the map. Coming for what I deserve, I put in the work, now I'm about to level up. Been on my grind since 2013, now the way that I live, I feel like a king. 24 hours, I'm locked in, I'm feeling like Kobe, getting these rings.
They bring six, Smith underneath, and they get it. Thornton.
Nothing left on my bucket list, but I'm grinding like I'm still in the basement. Ain't nobody who working harder. Money tall like Wembanyama. They be talking from the sidelines while I'm on the court. I've been a baller. I'm about to go level up. I cannot settle for nothing. I never been regular. Always knew I could do better. I finally made it this far and I'm not looking back. They didn't see all the time that I put in. Now me and the money are way too attached. Still reppin' 919. The city is mine and I put it all on the map. Coming for what I deserve. I put in the work. Now I'm about to level up. Always knew my potential. Hop in the Porsche and there ain't no rental. Came a long way from studying dental. Now I got plaques inside of my bedroom. Already know where I've been headed. I took my risk and I don't regret it. They showing me love, I'm showing it back. With every song I've been getting better. I know nothing that still come free. No 9 to 5, I work all week. Put in my time and it keep paying off. I've been getting paid every time I speak. Used to have dreams of getting these ends. Now I make the money go work for me. Can't stop now cause I got what I wanted. Ain't nothing I need in my life but peace. I'm about about to go level up. I cannot settle for nothing. I never been regular. Always knew I could do better. I finally made it this far and I'm not looking back. They didn't see all the time that I put in. Now me and the money are way too attached. Still repping 919. The city is mine and I put it all on the map. Coming for what I deserve. I put in the work. Now I'm about to level up, level up.
Well, somebody's TV is fucking loud as hell. Salute Raider Nation. Appreciate y'all for showing up tonight, man. Salute to the chat. Salute to the mods in the chat, man. Salute to everybody here that's going to come here later on and watch it. Really do appreciate it. Frickin' salute to Sacktown. I seen your message just a second ago. Hope you get better, man. Frickin' salute to STV. Salute to that one you love to hate, man. Salute to the Raider hole. Salute to all you guys, man. Really do appreciate you guys popping up. Salute to Aaron. Salute to Harvey. If you guys want to give a shout out, feel free.
Hey, go Harvey.
What's up? It's the #1 Raider stunner. What? Salute Dustin. Salute Aaron. And let's talk some Raiders football.
Salute to the chat. Salute to Mike. Sacktown Raider Mike. Get well, bro. Always praying for you, bro, to get well. Thank you, Dustin, again. Salute to Harvey. Let's get to this Raider talk, bro. I'm happy about this Raider talk.
Salute to Troy, man. Appreciate you too, man. Frickin'
and salute to everybody in the chat.
So tonight, man, we're going to be talking about a few things. We'll be talking about Fernando, who you think are going to be targeting in the draft, and Geno Smith most definitely is going to be the start of the conversation for tonight. And we'll see where else we end up going. Just going to stay on for a few hours and I'm going to hop off. Then we'll be back on Friday. Same that, like I said, I'm trying to stay Monday, Wednesday, Friday, as long as we have stuff to talk about. If we don't, we'll be back on Monday. But long story short, so there's a lot of information coming out at the moment, man, that I feel like the Raiders are going to most definitely try to roll with Geno Smith come next year. I mean, Spytech even saying what he said, even at the combine, just validated what I've been told for over the last week or so, where, like they said, they brought up the fact about Geno, is the blame usually blamed on the quarterback directly in there in the situation that went through this year. And Spytech basically talked about that. No, he doesn't believe that's the case. He believed that he failed him in numerous ways due to the fact that they weren't able to get them lines, weapons, people like that they allowed Pete. And he didn't say this directly about Pete. I'm emphasizing when I say this because I know that's what he wanted to say, just like when he talked about the players and the O-line not being able to play. And basically he said, like, when they said, well, do you think either way, I don't want to deal. I'll bring that up later. But basically saying like that was Pete's team. He wasn't able to go in there and change it to, what he wanted. Because I've said if people paid attention last year, that's why Mark sat out this year when it came to the coaching. Because when Mark came in last year and they couldn't go after the people that they were trying to target, Mark ended up wanting to hire fucking Pete Carroll. And not only that, in the middle of hiring Pete Carroll, Mark also went out and hired fucking Chip Kelly. And that caused a big riffle in the hiring right away due to the fact that Pete Carroll already had his offensive coordinator supposedly that he wanted to run the offense, but Mark already hired fucking Chip, so they ended up having to roll with Chip. That's why they tried to force Chip into running the Steve Walton offense, man, and then it just ended up backfiring on him at the end of the day. And nobody really gives a fuck, but long story short is Spytech feels like Geno could have been a better quarterback if they were able to give him better options. And just like he said, man, I mean, he's buying it on the contract. So The only things I can see right now, man, from everything I've been being told is that they're going to try to bring Geno back. I've told you guys from the minute that I said that Klint was coming here, man, that he was going to fucking Seattle to coach Geno Smith, man. He wasn't going there for Sam Darnold. They just ended up getting Sam Darnold when Geno didn't agree to the contract, and they couldn't come to the agreement, and they ended up moving him for Pete. So at the end of the day, I don't feel like they're going to try to move Geno. You know, the one thing Spytech did say and that could be concerning to where, like, and this is what I've heard why Geno would get moved is because if Geno comes out and says that he strictly wants to be fucking traded and don't want to play for the Raiders no more, just due to how everything panned out last year, then that would be the only case that they would probably look to trade him at that point, because they're not going to have a player on here with a young quarterback and then try to develop them that way. So like I've said, I've heard that they're not going to try to go out after a quarterback. If they end up moving off of Geno, that it'll probably be Aidan O'Connell that'll end up starting. They'll draft another quarterback in the later round, or they'll go after somebody that's been in the Kyle Shanahan system over the last few years. And I'm just saying the person that'll be like will be Brissett. It ain't going to be Brissett. I'm just saying it's going to be a person like Brissett, Case Keenum, just people that know the system and have been in it for a long time. And I can probably give you a list of guys if I look it up here in a minute. But long story short is I know that's if they were to do that, Kirk Cousins could be an option just due to the fact that him coming off of the Falcons, ran with them in, 2021 and did pretty well. But I don't think it's about that. I think it's about you can probably get him for $12 million a year. So they'll probably get him for 2 years, 2 year, $24 million due to the fact that he can come in and start. They already said they're not going to start the quarterback if they draft one. It doesn't matter if it's Fernando or somebody else. They're not going to fucking start him right away regardless. So that's why I keep saying it's probably going to be Geno, because of the fact that Geno is already getting paid $18 million from us. We only got to pay him $8 more million, and he's locked in regardless. So I don't see why they're not going to do that. He is a veteran player. I did say, like, the only issue I felt with Geno all year is his play decision, man, where he throws into double and triple coverage. Like, that's where I felt like he just did it, like, straight up. And his fourth down play, like the fourth down play, I thought was garbage as fuck, not trying to throw the ball. Like, I would most definitely go back in there, redo that contract and be like, look, bitch, you're going to fuck throw the ball regardless. Like, fuck that 70% fucking bonus. We're about to take that bitch out, like, you can't do that. You can't do that shit where you're going to do that with somebody like him. That guy already showed you this year that he'll fucking just throw the ball away. Like, he don't give a fuck. So, and he won't throw the fucking ball. He'll just take the sack. So he's an absolute moron. I mean, in that moment, you would think he would throw it to the other fucking team. I mean, at least throw it downfield so they catch the motherfucker. That's what I would fucking do, because he can do that well. But long story short is all I'm saying is that there's a very good possibility he's going to most definitely start in 2026 unless he physically comes out and says that he doesn't want to run with the team, period, and that he wants to be out. Like, that's the only way I see him not coming back. And I think it'll still be Aidan O'Connell, Fernando Mendoza, and it's going to be fucking Geno. And if Geno forces his way out, I'm almost positive it'll be Aidan O'Connell. Like, I don't think they're going to go. Aidan O'Connell fits his system. He's talked about Aidan O'Connell being a really good option in the team.
I'll be right back, all right?
Yeah, just due to the fact that whenever he does have 100-yard, halfback that runs 100 yards that games, he has 7-1 record. I mean, they all these things are fucking into what he does physically, as a coach. So all I'm saying is that I believe it'll be Geno. There's a good possibility that it could be Aidan. I'm not going to argue, but I think the three realistic options would be in my opinion, it's going to be fucking Geno, Aidan, or Kirk Cousins, because I don't see why they would go out and get Malik and pay him 25, 30 million, 25-year-old guy that you're drafting a quarterback. I feel like if they go out after a guy like Malik or a guy like fucking Mac Jones, I strongly believe they are not drafting a quarterback. Like, why the fuck would they draft? Why would they draft fucking Fernando Mendoza with the first overall pick, and you just got fucking Mac Jones that's 25 years old? Like, that doesn't make no sense. Like, you got a guy that's already been in the NFL, already played in systems, already have taken his lumps, showed he can win in Kyle Shanahan's system, even with a broken team. I don't see why you're fucking drafting a quarterback. I mean, I would most definitely draft Averill Reese over Fernando and just give Fernando to the fucking Jets. Like, if it was me, if I did that, that's exactly what I'd do. I'd be like, fuck trading the pick. I don't need to trade the pick. I'll just fucking take Reese, and you guys can fucking have Fernando. Like,
Right.
I don't think it's really a big sweepstakes like people are trying to make it sound like. You know, Melk Kuiper is a fucking moron. Like, I'm telling you, all these fucking social media dudes, they're not honest, dude. They're fucking dipshits. And Kuiper, dude, was literally jocking up fucking Dante Moore. Like, he literally said Dante Moore is the number one fucking quarterback in this year's fucking draft. And what did I tell you guys the whole time? I told you guys the whole time, Dante Moore needs to go back to college, bro. He's going to go back. That guy is not going to declare. He fucking is not ready. I told you guys the whole time. I told you he was not the number one fucking overall pick. I made numerous posts fucking. I literally said, dude, like, as much as I'd hate to say, like, Fernando is the number one quarterback in this year's draft. And I said, if Trinidad Chambers declared for
that stopped me right there. That shot me right there when Trinidad Chambers went back. That shot me right there.
I mean, they're talking about 6-year seniors, dude. 6-year seniors. That's what they are. These guys are going to come out at 25, 26 years old. And listen, I would have taken Trinidad over fucking Fernando all day long.
Yeah, you said that.
I made that clear as fuck. I will not backtrack on that because I believe.
Yeah, you stand on it. You stand on it.
I believe he's the better quarterback, and I will not go against it. I believe if he would have declared and got to go to the combine, which he wouldn't because of the fact that he went to the 12th, so the invitation wouldn't be given to him. Long story short, if he went there, he's beating Fernando. I don't give a fuck what anybody says. In those drills, they're looking at mobility, accuracy, how they run under center, how they fucking play in those deals. Those will make a guy's draft stock fucking jump instantly. And a guy like Trinidad entering that deal, he's gonna smoke him. He's gonna smoke him all around traits, dude. I don't give a fucking what anybody thinks. He's smoking them. And I've said it. Fernando's a good quarterback in a good system. That's where Fernando, and if he's going in Klint's system, and Klint showed over the time he can be a great coach, dude. So I believe he can win with Fernando. I'm not going to argue any of that. But if we don't keep Geno, and Geno fucking leaves, and that he doesn't come in here. And this is why I just keep thinking the quarterback. Like, this is where I feel like quarterback may not even be an option, man, because first off, Geno's still 34, 35, dude. He shows that he can still throw the ball. He's got an arm, man. I mean, he made a lot of good passes, and he made a lot of dumbass passes. Yes. And I think I've said this for any people that's ever watched my show. I've said quarterbacks determine on who their coaches are, dude. Like, if they don't have good coaches, I don't give a fucking who you are. Most of the time, you're not going to be successful out there on the field if you're not getting the line, not getting the protection, not getting the run game that you're supposed to be having. Like, if the game isn't going the way that it's supposed to, then you're going to fucking fail. But if anybody knows Geno and where he had his success, where was it? In the play action system, just like Kubiak's, dude. Like, that's where he's had his best success. That's where he's able to monitor the ball and be able to distribute the ball. And I've said it, Kubiak's one of the best quarterbacks offensive coordinator coaches in the league. And he's going to most definitely fucking turn Geno from Pete's fucking protection to Klint's, it's going to be a night and day difference, man. And am I saying, hey, I like Geno, I want Geno? No, I absolutely fucking don't. You guys know exactly how I feel. That guy's trash as fuck. I will not want
I
him.
say the same thing.
Yeah, I've just said I'm not going to lie about facts. I'm not here to lie to nobody about fucking feelings. If people are here for feelings, well, came to the wrong motherfucking channel. Like, on this bitch, dude, it's facts, dude. Like, there is facts that Geno may most definitely be the starting quarterback for 2026. That's just fucking facts, you know? Like, at the end of the day, if Geno forces his way out, don't want to be here, then the Raiders are going to do what's best for the team, and they're going to push them.
Do what's best for business.
Yeah, and I mean, let's just be real.
Aren't they supposed to talk to him next week, though?
Yeah, they're going to talk to him, before free agency so they can determine where he's going to be moving, because they can go after Kurt or they can fucking get rid of this motherfucker. Like, they're not – I don't think the Raiders are worried about going. What I'm saying is when Geno comes back here and talks with Klint Kubiak, I think there's going to be a way different fucking conversation, because there's nothing guaranteeing him that he'll be the starting quarterback for the Minnesota Vikings. And if anybody's watched the way that – listen, Geno just came from Seattle. He knows what the team was, and he just watched Klint win the fuck Super Bowl with that team. So you know damn fucking well that when he comes here and talks to the table, like Klint's not going to want Geno to leave. There's going to be a lot of reasons. $18 million to be one of the fucking reasons. You know, $18 million going to be one of the reasons for goddamn sure. So they're just throwing away $18 million. I mean, there's going to be a big talk at that conversation. And the reality is Klint will have no problem coaching him, because he didn't have a problem going to fucking Seattle to coach him in the first place. So I believe when they have the team that they have, they can probably make him an all right quarterback. And he's still only, 34, 35 years old. They're not going to be asking him to throw the ball fucking 50 yards downfield, because that's not based how his deal works. Now, yeah, Trey Tucker, he's most definitely going to ask for a 40-yarder for sure. So, I mean, but look, at the end of the day, I don't want him as anybody more in this fucking place. But what I'm telling you is don't fucking, oh man, he's the quarterback. Like, don't do that shit, because there's a very good possibility that's gonna happen. And then when it does happen, people coming back over here and be like, oh, what the fuck, man? I'd be like, I already fucking told you. So that's why, you know. If they decide to move off of him and Kurt is an option, look, Aidan's going to be a great backup, and I think that's what the Raiders are going to try to sell him due to if they draft Fernando in this draft. I think they're going to try to talk to Fernando or Aidan and let him know, like, hey, we will re-sign you, dude. You'll play good in this system, and you're a good teammate, and you're a good deal, but we only view you as a fucking backup, and that's probably what the NFL is going to view him too. So if it was me, man, if I was the Raiders, I would say fuck Geno. I would go with Aidan, and I would play Aidan, dude, throughout the year until fucking Fernando felt comfortable with the team, because that's all we've done with them for real. Call him in at week 8, call him in at week fucking 8, and come on, you know, like, that's what we do. We've only asked Aidan the whole entire time. What's up, Mike?
What's up, Town Raider Mike?
Dustin, Harvey, Aaron, nice to see you all. Figured I'd pop off
bro.
a little while. I was missing you guys.
I know, bro. I was gone for a week and a half.
I miss you too, man. Fucking, we're all gonna go 3 times.
I know, bro. I've been gone for a minute. I've been off the show for a minute.
You know, love to hate. Let me tell you, I see all your guys' comments. Sometimes I'm just not going to read them fucking comments, because first off, Jacksonville has never indicated that they are going to trade Brian Thomas Jr. So I've told you guys on this show all the time, I am not going to talk about fucking conversations that people fucking make up and act like it'll be a reality here. Why the fuck would they trade him when he just only got better with fucking Jacoby Myers there, dude? They would get rid of Hunter Renfrow long before they would get rid of Brian Thomas on the contract that he has with that team, the production that he does. They're not getting rid of him. So when somebody makes a video of it or it goes out, it's a hypothetical conversation because there's no reality behind it, just like there was none with Max. Anybody can make up shit these days and push conversations. It's not hard to research. Is motherfucking Jacksonville looking to get rid of fucking Brian Thomas Jr., their fucking best receiver?
Hey, Dustin, can we talk about the new 3-4 defense, though? Can we bring up that?
For years. I mean, there's no point. Like, why are we talking about 3-4
bro,
defense?
this is what I'm going to all say right now. Nakobe Dean will thrive in that defense.
I mean,
in a 3-4?
We run a 3-4 for 5 years. We run a multi-D defense, a 4-3-3-4 defense. That's what we run. So anybody comes in here being coached or not, the players that Rob Leonard are going to go get, he most definitely will have good deals.
Nakobe Dean is on the top of the board, bro. I'll take Nakobe Dean in a heartbeat, bro.
I'm not going to say he won't come here. I mean, like I've said, they got
Devin Lloyd, bro. Devin Lloyd is another one you could put.
We have dudes from the Eagle squad here right now in our coaching staff, so there's most definitely a good possibility that we could.
And the other crazy thing, bro, just think about fucking Devin White, bro. Just think about him and that defense in a 3-4. Let's see what he could do.
I would take Lloyd for sure. I would take
Lloyd. Devin Lloyd and Nakobe Dean, both of them.
Well, I mean, if I got Devin Lloyd, I'd be all right. I mean, it just depends on how much money they want. You know, I don't know if you're going to be.
And the crazy thing is, yesterday, Jim Spytek said that he's been talking to Eric Stokes to bring him back. He's cool with how he played this last year. Are you guys cool with him coming back?
Who?
Eric Stokes.
Yeah.
I mean, if I'm desperate, I'll take him. I mean, I feel like, first off, I've said Eric Stokes is underrated. The guy has not had any success now with Green Bay, and he came here with a weak-ass corner on the opposite side of the field. I mean, if we're not sitting here looking at Kai Blue Kelly getting fucking burnt on for 1,000 fucking yards and 10 touchdowns, I mean, that's a big fucking problem. You know,
and one more thing that I want to bring up, Dustin.
That guy.
Most likely, we're gonna get a fullback in either the free agency or in the draft, plus another running back.
I would take Stokes as depth. Yes, 100%. I think if I was the Raiders right now, man, and where we can be picking with the people, why not pair up a fucking another young player with fucking Porter and hope you end up with the Patrick Surtain and fucking oh fuck! Why did I just space that guy's name?
Fucking! What's his name? The white boy. What's his name?
The other corner for the Broncos. Fucking. Whatever. Fuck, I'll remember in a minute. But all I would say is the team right now has the opportunity to play young, and I think they need to play young in a lot of positions because I've said, man, if you were smart like I talked about on Monday, if I was the Raiders, I would fucking start Colt Miller. I'd fucking play I'd start Colt Miller at left tackle. I'd play fucking Caleb Rogers at the left guard. I would go JPJ in the center. I would take fucking even push DJ Glaze inside to the right guard and fucking put Grant at the right tackle. Like if they play young right now for a year because they know. Like, if we go out there and win 9 fucking games with them, dude, we got a line for the next fucking 10 years. You know, like, we have a chance that the team can play young and play young for a long time.
It's Riley Moss. The other corner is Moss. Riley Moss. The white boy, Riley Moss.
I just finally found that.
Yeah.
What's his name? Fucking Spytek literally said in the pressers, he said, I do not want to just go out there and go fast. He said a lot of teams rise and a lot of teams fall fast. He said, I want to go out there and I want to rise and I want to stay there. Well, the way you fucking get there and stay there is not going out and getting a bunch of old ass motherfuckers and bringing them here. How you get there is go draft young.
And there's one more thing that I want to bring. We got to spend at least 50 or more % of our fucking salary cap. I don't know if you've seen that, Dustin.
Yeah, what?
I thought it was 70.
Or 70% or something like that. We got to spend at least 70% of our salary cap this year. There's like 7 different teams. Like there's 7 different teams. We're one of the 7 teams that got to spend more.
We have to spend 70% because we have $92 fucking million. There's a big difference. If we only had $35 million, we wouldn't be spending 70% of our stack. It's just like I've said, last year the Raiders went back into the regular season with $30 million still on our cap. So like I've said, you got to save $25 million on the rookie class. That's obvious. We got first overall. And then fucking from there on, we have 10 picks? So we have 10 fucking picks, and then I guarantee you we'll probably only spend $50-60 million. They're not going to go down to where they're not going to enter the season with fucking $15 million on the books. It won't happen.
Yeah, we got to keep 25 just for the rookies alone.
Yeah, exactly, and then keep another fucking 20.
And then we got to keip some money in case there's somebody mid-season or somebody gets injured. We need to pick up 45 will be checked out on 25 on rookies and 20 probably left on the bank when we're done. Yeah,
man, bro. In like how many weeks? Like in 2 weeks is the free agency begins. About 2 weeks away.
March 9th is when you can start talking. I believe March 11th. I believe is when you actually
is the new year. Yeah. That's the new year.
Yeah. There's the tampering rule, I believe, starts March 9th. I believe.
That's a Monday. That's a Monday. So Wednesday is when the deals go through.
Right. After 4 p.m.
I think Eastern time, though. That's Eastern
time, 4 p.m. Yeah. So, yeah, for us.
1 o'clock our time.
1 o'clock, yeah.
Yeah.
The only thing I would keep in mind about Stokes, man, is he's been injured every fucking year, damn near his whole time. That was his first year. I think
yeah. This year he played 16 games out of 17. He only missed 1 game.
Yeah, I would most definitely keep that in mind, man. I mean, I'm not trying to say the kid isn't good. Our team was trash, dude. I mean, fucking 32nd ranked fucking team. I mean, Porter didn't do nothing, or Stokes didn't do nothing fucking special. I mean, what did he do? Did he even get an interception? Did he get us an interception this year? I mean, I don't even know if he did because I didn't even
basically he's the hitter. I mean, he just hits people.
Yeah, I mean what we need are lockdown fucking corners that'll lock down other motherfucking dudes receivers, dude. Like that's what we need. Like we need linebackers, especially in a 3-4. If we just run 3-4 solid without a 4-3, you gotta have fucking linebackers in that bitch. And if we're sitting here saying Landon Roberts and fucking Devin White and who is the other fucking guy?
Jamal Adams.
Oh yeah, Jamal. Oh hell, fuck no. We're gonna be in some deep shit now.
I kind of think with a 3-4, Jamal Adams might actually.
He would be a box safety for goddamn sure in that deal because you're gonna need some fucking dudes. Well, I'm not gonna say if he comes. Your linebackers in a 3.
Devin White as the weak side linebacker.
Those are rushers and 3-4.
Yeah, rushers.
Right.
Rushers.
Exactly, and that's what Jamal Adams did.
Max is going to play there, and he's going to play wide on the outside. Promise you.
Yeah.
And what did Max have last time? I cut you off. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
And this is going to benefit Tyree Wilson, I think, too, Dustin. Using him as
Tyreek because he'll play inside for sure in that system, man. They're not putting him on the outside like that. Malcolm Kuntz might motherfuckers, bro. I'll just
Kill
tell
it,
you right now.
Malcolm Kuntz is better in a 3-4 defense, bro.
He can get to that outside and motherfuck you on that inside
Fucking
outside
kill him.
move, dude. I mean,
Yeah.
when you play in the 3-4, you have a wider outside deal because your two middle linebackers.
And they're standing up. They're not in the dirt either. They're standing up, Dustin. That's a better thing for both Max and him, standing up.
I mean,
Putting their hand instead of putting their hand in the dirt.
Max is already agile and lethal as fuck already, so he's gonna spin move you, swat you, get off. I mean, he's gonna be pretty dangerous. And I've said your two middle linebackers in a 3-4 defense are you at one's
Gotta be coverage. Coverage linebackers. They gotta cover.
Well, one plays one way, one plays the opposite way. And if I was the Raiders, I would keep Devin White just due to the fact that he can get the run stopped.
Yeah, Devin White.
3-4 is made for Devin White, I think.
Yeah, he can't play coverage though. You can't let him play coverage. You got it.
No, he's just gonna be an edge, basically.
Yeah, you
and freaking putting the Kobe Dean right there in the middle next to him, that would be
if he's
fucking coverage.
I would get him.
And plus, our linebacking coach was the assistant linebacking coach to him, so might as well.
Yep. I mean, the team can be very dangerous, very quick in a 3-4, but
yeah. Hey, Dustin, and I'm cool with Aidan starting the season off and let Fernando sit for a while.
Yeah, 3-4.
I'm cool with Aidan starting.
3-4s ain't built like. What's up, bro? Now what?
Hey, is that Austin, Dustin?
Nope. Oh. All right. Yeah, we're all talking football, bro.
Austin. What up, Austin?
You want to talk football?
You want to talk football with us, Austin?
Hey, how about your best Raiders chant?
You love Raiders, huh? That's what I said.
How about your best Raiders chant?
Spider-Man.
Yeah.
Bro, right here.
Tell him say Raiders real quick, Dustin, before he leaves.
Yeah.
Tell him say Raiders.
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 Oh, now he's going to be shy.
Yep.
You want to tell him? Yeah, heck yeah. Good job. Good job, bro. Hell yeah. All right, you going that night?
Yeah.
All right, bro.
Yeah. I guess. Kids are great.
Yeah, no, but
A woman's
but that 3-4 will work out.
What'd you say, Aaron?
I said the 3-4 is going to work out perfect for our defense, I think.
Yeah, I kind of had a problem with it at first when I first heard it, but at the same time, because I'm just a 4-3 guy, I just love the 4-3. But I think we could do more adjusting with the 3-4 as far as, not letting the quarterback know, who's coming this time. It's going to be hard for them to tell who's coming, and that was the big part of our default last year, both offense and defense. Is the other side always knew pretty much what we were going to do. So
And
blanket on this motherfucker.
And plus, that there'll be more blitzing too. Like just think about Seattle's defense. They run a lot of 3-4.
Mm-hmm.
Listen, in a 3-4, Jamal Adams is going to most definitely be pushed back outside. He will not be on.
Exactly.
Listen, the way that the 3-4 works is your fucking outside edges are your rushers. Those are your rushers.
Yep.
You have the defensive backs in the backfield the way that they cover inside there with their fucking corners.
But the one thing, Dustin, we need a nose tackle for sure, bro.
They'll be bringing.
We got to get a nose tackle.
Damn right. That's the only way you can run a 3-4 with an
anchor. Yeah, fucking a nose tackle.
I'm saying put Lockie Toffee there, man. How about that for a nose tackle?
Motherfucker. That's why it goes in the 3-4. It's your NT, your DTs with your fucking edge players, which are your linebackers fucking coming off the fucking edge over there. That's how they play in the 3-4. That's why when they have the middle gap right here, that's why they have the 2 fucking middle linebackers, which is the 3 is the fucking down tackles, the 4 is the fucking linebackers. That's why your 2 outsides are your rushers. Yeah. You're in that fucking create 5 down on the line, and your 2 fucking linebackers.
And one cover, and one of the middle linebacker is the cover, and the other one is just the one that
the run protector.
The opposite.
He's the guy that fills the fucking inside gap that's gonna fucking watch the A and B fucking whenever they try to come through.
And blitzes too, like
dude moving around in the fucking back.
Turn the radar, Mike. Y'all take it easy.
He'll either be
Harvey.
He'll pick up his tight end, or he's gonna fucking or he'll stay right over the back the whole entire time, spying that motherfucker.
Yeah, and just watch. And you can use one of them as a spice too.
He can become a blitzer too, due to the fact that they drop the corners down in there to protect them. So it's a lot better system in the 3-4. I mean, I love playing in the 3-4, dude. Like, I ain't gonna lie, 3-4 defense.
Hello, Al.
Great. We're not hot on corners or linebackers, but this is what I can tell you love to hate. When a coach comes out and tells you that they're going to run a 3-4 system and you don't have the players and you have 10.
It's more now. Now, Dustin, we got to get linebackers.
You have 10 draft picks. You're going to most definitely fucking get your players. So it's not going to be an option about having them now. We'll have them when we start for sure. Salute, Al.
Yep, salute, Al.
Salute, fellas. Salute, fellas.
What's up? The golden voice of Al's Ghost.
What's up, Raider Mike?
Yeah, bro. Give us your opinion of the 3-4. What do you feel?
I like it, dude. I like it. I like it. I think because you could be very multiple off of it.
And blitz a lot, bro.
You could blitz. You could zone blitz. You can move fuckers around. But if you guys didn't catch this in one of the interviews, I think this is the one with Kubiak. He mentioned that he wanted to be multiple. So I think it's going to be like a 3-4 base, but I think we're going to move around. You know, we're going to do 4-3 depending on the matchup. But I think it's going to be primarily 3-4.
And a multi-D defense, man.
Yeah.
Right. And so, like, I think a lot of people are getting hung up thinking that we're just going to play like pure 3-4, right. And I don't think that's going to be the case. I think it's going to be, you know, the install in fucking April or whenever the players come in, you know, the first install is going to be a 3-4 install, but then you're going to install a bunch of other multiple fronts.
He's going to run a fucking Ravens defense, guaranteed, dude. That's where he started from. It's where he was at. That's the guy he's been coached by. They run a 3-4-4-3 multi-D. Ran it for years.
Exactly. So, like, I think that's
and fucking Brian Flores runs the same shit, too. If you think about it.
What were we saying now?
No, I think that's exactly right. I think he's going to run a Ravens-style defense, and I think it's a good thing because in today's NFL, right, we just have to be, like, more complex with our defensive fronts. I think we got screwed over last year because Pete came in and he was just running zone, the cover 1, cover 3 bullshit. And you can't, like, those days of being just super basic and playing fast, like, I think that's, you know, that's sort of, you know, 10 years ahead behind us rather. And things are becoming like much more complex. You got to be more multiple. I think the question mark is, you know, we need a nose tackle now, and I don't think anyone can play nose. You know, like I don't think there's anyone on this roster.
Geese?
I don't know. I don't know if he can play the nose. If Pegues can.
Well, what about Hargrave from Minnesota?
Obviously,
Probably, but you need, the body type for a nose. You need like a dude that's like, fucking 350, like
Will
gap
Fork.
eater type of
Vince
dude.
Will
Yeah,
Fork, fucking from the
Yeah.
Patriots.
right. Like you
All of
need a
our
hog.
offensive line and defensive line are both kind of like light.
Exactly. They're kind of light
Hey,
in the ass, as they
I,
say.
I wouldn't mind seeing it. Let them try out Lockie Tossie at nose tackle on the in the you
He
know
probably will
in
get
the off season.
converted. He's hey,
He used to be on defense. You remember?
we can probably bet your ass that they're gonna revert him over there. I would
I
almost bet
think
any.
so. I think he'd be, especially in a 3-4.
Yeah, I think they're gonna most definitely try bringing him back over there.
He
He's a big boy.
started
If
off
he was,
on defense, wasn't he?
I'll tell you right now, if he was the NT on the defensive side, good luck. I mean, fucking dude, he's tough. He's fucking
That's
tough.
what I'm thinking. He's a wrestler, man,
He
too.
don't
So I
have to
mean,
have the explosiveness like he does in the offense. On the offense, that's why I said he's probably never going to be an offensive guy because of the fact that he lacks explosiveness, and that fucking matters when you're trying to get back and in protection. They don't just run forward every fucking time. So if he's running, there's a big difference. If he has to play protection, he don't have it. He don't have the way. He don't have the footwork. He don't have the explosion. If he plays defense, he just got a bully ball, motherfucker. That's all he
right.
got to do. Wrecking ball. That's all he's
He
got to
doesn't
do.
have to learn as much, man. He's never played football except for last year.
Dude, he just got to pick up the center and fucking grab a fucking guard on one side or
And
the
just
other.
move that motherfucker back.
Yeah, fucking
Just
straight
move
back.
forward with his ass. Just drive him to
Straight
the
back.
quarterback.
I would not be
Exactly.
surprised if he's not on their defense next year. I would be really
I was
surprised.
surprised he wasn't on the defense this year, to be honest with you. Not that he's not to start, but they're trying him out as guard. You
Yeah.
know, I was surprised. I'm like, going, nah, the dude's a defensive guy, man. Never played in the NFL, never played football. You know,
Hey, don't get
defense
me
is
wrong. He
easier
played
to
good
learn than
college.
offense.
He played good. Like he shows he's strong.
Yeah,
So he showed he's
Yeah,
strong.
definitely.
He's a guy for sure. The only thing I said when I watched him that I felt like I didn't feel like he was bad in his play. I didn't feel like he was bad, holding the guy. I just felt like when they say hike and he has to get back, fucking that's where I felt like there's the issue, man. Like the
right.
feet working those ain't gonna work when you're playing dudes that are coming off those edges like they are today, man. Like they're
Hmm.
gonna get on the dude and burn his ass because he's gonna be sitting still while they're fucking going around. And a lot of times that's a really hard trait to fucking build at their age in the NFL. It's something you have when you already get there, like you're asking a grown adult to fucking adapt to what these kids have been doing for their whole fucking life. Like there's a big difference. That's why a lot of guys, when they can say they can play right tackle or left tackle, that's a very rare trait just due to the fact that the way that they have to sit on the outside leg on either which end and then be able to still get back and move off of there and hold a fucking guy. Like that's pretty crazy. And I don't know if people have
That's
paid attention. Yeah.
No, actually, like, to that point, you're making an excellent point. I actually talked to this guy who played left tackle, like actually like a D1 level in college. Then they tried to move him to right tackle. He said it was like he was right-handed. He said it was like trying to write with his left hand. Like
Yeah.
that's how different that shit is, because your whole foot is switched up.
One of the many things that the whole Pete Carroll staff just screwed up, is putting him out of position. One of the many cases. So,
Yeah, that's why I said it. When you're changing a guy's culture, and more times than not, the people that have success doing that, more times than not, if you ask them, can you write right and left-handed? They'll tell you, yeah, I'm ambidextrous, or however, if that's the way you pronounce the word. They'll tell you that, like they can do either which or. Not everybody can do that. Not everybody's mind are trained that way. Some people are just great left, some people are great right, and some people can most definitely do both. But you can't just expect everybody to do that. The same thing with Lassie was getting off the line fast too. He struggled there too. So, like I said, go defense with him. He'll probably wreck your life. He's a very strong guy. I mean, this fucking dude's legs are like this goddamn big. I mean, he is a beast, man. So I would say run defense for sure. But I think, like I've said, I think the team, they got a lot of good players already here in the team offensively. just like I said, I would not be surprised if they only end up getting the right guard, just due to the fact that they either feel like I feel like they're going to play their young players as starters. I mean, I've said it. I mean, I would be surprised if Grant don't play right tackle because he can play right or left. He's been successful both ways. And I've said if you just move Glaze inside, man, that's probably where he'll play better as a guard. And everybody keeps raving over JPJ. Just put him in the center. He'll play good in the zone defense, man. I guarantee he will. In Clint's offense, he'll play great at the center. Caleb Rogers showed when he came in the games that he did, he can play really well. I'd play him left guard right next to Colton and right between JPJ. I mean, I think you can most definitely protect the team with the same players on the offense without even spending any money there. And you got to remember, and I'm going to stand on it because I've said it, I don't like AP. I don't like any fucking thing about that squad. And that squad underneath them, even with their trash ass coaching, switching fucking coaches at the end of the year, and again, still O-line damn near broke top 10 fucking in the NFL at the end of the season. And then all of a sudden, Brendan Carroll comes in, we bring in Alex Kappa, and we got worse. Well, that shit doesn't make no sense. How the fuck did that happen? I'm gonna tell you how it happened. It was the coach. It was just like
ego.
It was just like having Musgrave and then going to Todd Downey. Same fucking shit. Like, good coach, shit ass coach. Like, that's how stuff works like that. So at the end of the day, if we're sitting here saying that Rick Dennison is fucking Brendan Carroll, you guys are meth smoking. Like, just and then I've said there's like 3-4 coaches on this offensive coaching staff that are offensive lineman coach. So there's no fucking way this O-line is going to be fucking sucking. And if anybody's paid attention to Caleb Rogers and Charles Grant, what system do they play best in? What system? Give you guys all a guess. I'll give you fucking guess. It's Clint's fucking wide zone system. They play the best at being athletic, getting outside, moving the fuck around. So I don't know.
Which works with the size of our linemen too.
Damn right.
I mean, our offensive linemen, because they're light, they're mobile.
So at the end of the day, why the fuck would the Raiders go out there and spend $20 million on Lindenbaum when he ranks 90 PFF in the run game, but gets bullied in the pass game? Doesn't make no fucking sense, dude. Like, why would we go spend that money? Why would we go out there and get Mays? Why would we go out there and get Povix from the Browns? Like, he would probably be the most reasonable. $10 million, great guy that can run both deals. He's actually a better qualified all-around player than Lindenbaum. Lindenbaum plays on the fucking Ravens, comes from a good deal. You have a mobile quarterback. He run the fuck around. But when his grade comes, he is 70 fucking 8. Like, come on, man. Like, that's not the way we should go. Where was JPJ? I can tell you guys, I've looked this shit up recently. 90.2. His in pass and run game, when he played the center, his shit was elite. Like, you can't deny it. Him at left guard, after I looked it all up, fuck, his left guard grade is not great. He's like a 68, 70. Like, that's fucking average. Like, that's average play for them. And that's actually pretty bad for when you're looking at the guard rating versus now is like a high 75, high 78 for average. So he runs below average as a guard. But when he plays center, motherfucker had a 90.2 fucking rating, dude. That's fucking elite. So statistics say that if JPJ plays in Klint Kubiak's system as the center, will be where he will have his most success in this motherfucking team. Like, that's what statistics say. Now, I'm not going to say that Rick Dennis doesn't say, hey, that's not what we're going to do. I think it's the most obvious thing to do because the defense is the bigger problem, and I'm going to just keep saying it. The defense is the bigger problem. If you put the younger fucking players in there, let them play cohesive, you're going to have fucking your tight ends, you're going to have your halfback, you're going to have your receivers. due to the fact that if you draft a receiver or you fucking, go out and free agent a receiver, we are getting another fucking receiver for damn sure. But at the end of the day, it doesn't make sense that you're going to blow $50 million on the offensive side and go get a quarterback and go get all these things when the players are literally right fucking there outside of, like I've said, getting another backup halfback. But I've said, don't be surprised if Zamir White is all of a sudden halfback too, because motherfucker plays great in that system. So you can't just count away those things. You gotta, it's gonna always fall back on the coaching. It's always gonna fall back on the coaching, man. Like these coaches that are here on this squad right now did not get where the fuck they are off of Aaron fucking Rodgers and them, and then gotta come coach shit players and be good coaches. No. These coaches that are fucking here right now have shown that they've proven that they have taken lesser talent motherfuckers and turned them into good, talented fucking players. That's just facts, dude. Like this staff ain't gonna be better than John Gruden himself until 1998 when he came here in the first fucking time around. And I'll put money on it that the quality of coaches, the people that are here, what they've done, where they've been, has surpassed every single fucking staff that's been hired since 2020 or 2002 on till this moment right now. There ain't been a fucking staff as good as this staff. It's not even close. So I think at the end of the day, that's why I've said, you go young, you can develop. You have a coaching staff here for 5 fucking years, dude. They're here for 3 years minimum, 5 years at most with them, unless he gets a new contract or they go somewhere else, just due to the fact that they will be getting sought after, just like on Kyle's squad, just like on Sean's squad or anything. That's why I've said this will be the next link tree here. So all I'm trying to say is that if you're going to develop somebody now, it's the time to fucking do it. At quarterback, at any fucking position, man. Like you can go corners, DNs, fucking everybody. I mean, every position pretty much. Your offensive line is not going to be weak in any fucking way, shape, or form. So all I would just say is where do you guys feel the biggest problem was? If you had to pick one side or the other, is it offense or is it defense? I'm putting my fucking money that the defense is the biggest trash fucking part of this team, and it is just facts. The offense, I can say under Klint, even with this trash fucking line, I bet he'll fucking still go win 7 fuck games. Like Klint knows how to coach, Klint knows how to scheme, Klint knows how to chip, Klint knows how to bring a 6 fucking offensive lineman in, Klint knows how to play the fucking game. So there's a big difference. Put it like this when you play Madden, right? Put it like this when you play Madden. You're playing Madden with your friend that you always hang out with, you're doing good, and you guys going back and forth to beat each other. You're like, oh man, I'm fucking good, I'm beating your ass, blah, 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 right? Then you go hop on fucking line, dude just dog walks fuck out of you. You're like, oh, what the fuck, dude? Like, this guy cheating. You're the one running the same 2 fucking plays over and over, and this dude running all kind of shit, and you can't stop it. There's a big difference when you're playing big boy football versus little fucking kids football. Klint Kubiak, big boy football, bro. You're gonna be that guy you're saying cheating and mad, like straight the fuck up. You ain't gonna be able to scheme on this motherfucker right here, and he ain't gonna be running no trash ass system where his fucking halfbacks can't get past the line or not. He most definitely will put those people there. And if we're being honest, if we're just being honest people, Caleb Rogers showed he can hold his own. He most definitely bully motherfucking people. And Grant, in the 2.5 quarters that he had to play, he showed you he can do the same fucking thing. So all I would say at the end of the fucking day is the only position I feel is probable is the fucking right tackle with DJ Glaze. But I'd also say, what did DJ Glaze do his rookie year when he came here? He played good football, man. Good coach, football. Next year,
yeah, bro. Brandon Carroll fucked up everything last year, Dustin.
I'm not gonna say that DJ can't be the fucking starting right tackle either. You know what I mean? And putting Grant over there what I would do in that case is put Caleb Rogers on the right side and put Grant on the left side next to Colton. All I'm saying is I believe the players are here on the motherfucking team already. I do believe that they'll probably try to get a depth player to most definitely fit in here veteran wise. And I would think it would be the right guard if I'm just betting. If I'm just betting, I think it would be the right guard because First off, Caleb Rogers plays purely better on the left guard position. That's just where he's more natural. And even if they went to Grant, he's going to play left guard before he plays left tackle. So it only makes sense to keep those guys on that side of the field. It would make more sense to draft either Ducker or Dunker from fucking Iowa and put him at the right guard or sign a right guard. So that's what I'd probably look for.
Hey, Dustin, I want to ask you about Tennessee center. Would you bring him in? Because they're about to release him.
I would say this. You guys have cried about JPJ being the center. And then now the chance he's going to have center, we're talking about go get another one, right? That's how the conversations work. That shouldn't be how the conversations work. I've said they should play him wherever they feel is best suited to be played. I don't care. I've said it numerous times.
Because Kubiak today, the Kubiak did not say that if he would play center. He said it's to be determined.
Yeah, right. That's 100% facts. And the Raiders drafted
Put him at
him
guard.
The Raiders have drafted him to play the left guard. But if we're just putting all shit aside, I mean, statistics say, and that's what you go by in football is analytics. Analytics say JPJ will fucking thrive way better in Klint Kubiak's system as a center than he will guard. Just factual truth. It's just the way that he plays on the guard position. And listen, everybody, you might like JPJ, right? But the guy, I've said this about people like Trent Williams. Trent Williams is going to kick your ass on the right or left side regardless. You're not going to fucking beat the guy because he's fucking elite at his position. He's an elite player. He don't need scheme because he's just going to fucking bully your fucking ass. There are certain players that are not need to be scheme players because they're not average players like everybody else in the NFL. So there are going to be certain people that are going to have the advantage to have that, but not everybody's going to have that either. So for me, all I would say at the end of the day is if JPJ's fucking position plays better at center at a 90 fucking grade, I don't see why you want to fucking just replace the right guard. It doesn't make sense because the right guard's only going to cost you 10 or 15 fucking million. The only guy that's probably guaranteed us at center would be the Brown center because he's going to be between 8 and 10. He runs that fucking wide zone scheme great. He runs it better than anybody than Lindenbaum. Lindenbaum don't run that system better than he does. He's a better.
Hey, Dustin, going back to the O-line, let's just talk about what Kubiak says, that there's some youngsters in here. There's the right. He brought up the tackles that very good and brought up Caleb Rogers. Like, he says that there's very good talent here.
I'm telling you, I've said it. I rethought it, and then I've said it. Do not be surprised.
Bro, just went with the O-line, bro. At least we got a better fucking O-line coach than what we had before, Dustin.
If we go out into this draft and go, say you draft Fernando, and I'm just going to be honest, I would not be fucking shocked if Avery Reese was the first pick on the motherfucking pick. I would absolutely not be shocked, and I'll make that clear as fucking day that it will depend on the quarterback. Listen, if Derek Carr comes out and they pay him $40 million, you're not drafting quarterback. Derek Carr is only 34 years old, dude. He plays in that system for a long time, and you're not giving $40 million out of your $100 million to a quarterback that you're drafting motherfucker behind. It's just not happening, dude. You'll just run with Aidan O'Connell. You'll fucking see where you're at later on. If you get Derek Carr, you're saying we're trying to fucking win right now. We are not trying to pick the first pick with that. You are taking Avery fucking Reese. I mean, if you sit here and say that you'll roll with Geno, I believe you're going to draft Fernando, but there's also that other real part of me that's like, fuck, man, he was going to Seattle to coach him. He's only 34 years old, too, 35 years old. So very good possibility they don't fucking get 5 years out of him and do shit. I mean, you got to remember, what was the one thing I said why I thought Klint, when it come to the Raiders, is he's an elite play caller, just going to come here and not be able to do the same shit? That don't make no sense. So I believe at the end of the day, he can make Geno a better quarterback because I believe in who Klint is. And I strongly believe he can make him better. And at the end of the day, the options are here on the team already. Why would you take Fernando when you can add Averill Reese with Max Crosby and let Kuntz just walk, dude? Pay Tyree for his 4th year because you're probably not bringing him back for his 5th unless he plays good at the DT position. Why not start making the change now? You've already had fucking 4 years. You'll have 4 years this year of Tyree. So I don't see what more you need to see in the players. They're going to show that they're either coming out or they're not coming out. It's just fucking who they are, and I've said when you get a coaching staff this good, you're going to be able to find out the talent pretty fast. So Tyree's going to be here regardless. They will not cut him, dude. He's on a 4th year deal. He's played good enough to play on the team, just not good enough to be the elite person people thought. At least not right now with this, what we're doing. But there's nothing to say that here comes Tyree next year fucking getting 5-6 sacks up the gut as a DT inside and fucking changes the whole way everybody looks at him. I mean, there's a big difference, right? On the outside, you want a guy that gets 15 sacks, right? That's what you want. Outside edge rusher, 15 sacks. 12 at least. You want 12. Just say that he's elite. When you go with the inside DT, if a guy gets 5 or 6, you're like, man, that dude had a hell of a year, man. Great fucking play. That's the guy where that's Tyree, man. Tyree is a DT. Fucking get 5 sacks, call it a day, let's go. But I've just said I won't. If they go Kirk Cousins, they're drafting Fernando. Like if they say, all right, Geno don't want to be a Raider, we're getting rid of him. We're gonna go get Kirk for 2 year 24. You're getting Fernando. You know what I mean? So that's all I'd say. There's so many options to be had here at the moment, but I just feel like, boy, wouldn't it fucking $50-something million on the defense fix that bitch, wouldn't it? I think it'll fix it real quick. What did the Patriots do? Anybody remember? What did the Seahawks do? I mean, I just feel like they're gonna go heavy on there in the defensive side, man. Give Rob Leonard. Klint is a proven fucking goddamn coach. Leonard is not. I mean,
Dustin,
you want to help Rob?
Dustin, I mean, like even just looking at the roster, right? I was just taking a look at the roster, who's signed right now, and I like the cooking analogies. By the way, I'm a big time cook, Raider Mike, in case you didn't know.
Really?
Yeah, dude, I love cooking. Like you don't even have. If you look at the defensive side of the ball, you don't even have.
Just real quick. I said this before you even got on. Do you like tripas? Al?
Well, the guts. Yeah, I fuck with them. Like if I'm drunk,
bro, I had 3 tacos de eso today.
That's wild.
I don't want no Hannibal Lecter shit.
That's wild.
What were you saying?
No, so like what I was saying was I was just like taking a look at the roster and seeing at the folks who are signed right now and who are basically the players who are actually like on the roster. We don't even have the ingredients on the defensive side of the ball. Like at least you could say on the offense, like you got guys like Genty, JPJ, we have Brock Bowers, probably like the best tight end in the league.
Michael Mayer.
Yeah, Michael Mayer. Like, I mean, on the defensive side, you really just have fucking Max. Tonka was coming on at the end of the year. Like, he got a few sacks, but...
Hemingway.
When they finally started playing him.
Yeah, Tonka was cooking a little bit towards the end, but like...
What do you guys think about the safeties? Should we move off of the safeties? The 2 safeties?
I would keep Chin for sure in that system. There's no fucking doubt about that. Paulo.
What about Isaiah Palamau?
He's most definitely getting moved the fuck off for sure. Like, there's not a doubt. He can be a backup. I'd have no problem with him being a backup. But if we're saying pure starter, I'd say no. Hell, fuck no.
Yeah, I mean, I say we just have him compete in the, in the off season, see if he makes the roster. But fuck, I mean,
It's like you said about the cooking, man. You're trying to make cookies, dude, and you need milk, butter, fucking dough, and chocolate chips, dude. And we don't even have the milk and the fucking butter.
Like, straight facts, bro.
Yeah.
No eggs.
I'm getting tired.
We have fucking salt and pepper, dude, for cookies. Like, can't
Yeah.
make that shit with that, even.
You want fucking cinnamon? I got
Hey,
cayenne pepper.
hey, bro, going back to salt and pepper, that was fucking Clean and Furrow and Max. Do you remember that was their nickname?
Yeah, salt and pepper. Hey,
Yeah.
Clee's actually been playing pretty well. Like, he was playing pretty well with the 90s.
You know, I did say that love to hate, but Spytek said, what did Spytek say in his presser if you guys watched it? Spytek said, we don't need to have our offense go out there and score 35 points every game. That's exactly what he said. When coaches say that, or, you know, GMs say that, what's the thing he said, man? We got to give fucking Spytek and them the best personnel possible, the best players possible. So I'm just saying, it's just like Al said, you know, let's say you're making fucking steak dinner, right? Your offense is steak dinner and your fucking potatoes are soupy as fuck because you ain't got shit to fucking make shit of them. Motherfuckers, there's no consistency. There's no fucking nothing there. That bitch you pick it up is just fucking
just slop, dude. It's just sloppy, dude.
Yeah.
Slop.
You want to cook top of ramen, but you don't have no microwave or no water. You know, fucking
Man, guys, I think I'm gonna go drink some coffee, man.
All right, hell yeah.
Oh yeah, dude.
I just think at the end of the day, fucking it's 100% facts. If you don't have the ingredients,
I'll be back in like 10-15 minutes.
All right. If you don't have the ingredients on both sides of the ball, you're just not going to get it done. It's just not going to happen. And I've even said, but what did I tell you guys last week when I said about him scoring 35? I said we'd probably still only win 7 or 8 games because you can't win them all like that. So all I would say is at the end of the day, I've always said I'm just going to talk real football. Where is the most money need to be spent? Where is the most players that need to be fixed? Are you re-signing Malcolm off of an ACL tear that didn't give any production this year? Did start coming on towards the end of the year, but again, I've always said, why did players look good at the end of the year? Because a lot of other teams are quitting. They're already quitting. They're done playing, dude. Like, it's a no fucking brainer why they play better. You know, so I would just say at the end of the day, if you can get a guy like fucking Jalen Phillips, dude, to match up with fucking Max Crosby, I think you're winning. You know, if you can go get a Bradley Chubbs and put him with Max Crosby, I think you're winning. You know, like there are players out there that can most definitely come here and be a way better equal to Max than Malcolm's been. And I love Malcolm, man. I wish he can get it. But if that's what we're doing, we're wishing. We're wishing, man. We're saying that Malcolm's the same player as he was when AP believed in him and put him in there and finally gave him that chance. And then he blew his ACL and sits out a fucking year and comes back. You don't end up being the same player a lot. And I've always said, anybody that's watched those type of players over the years, they have this thought in their mind, dude, where it's just like they think they're going to do it again. So,
Dustin, you know what Kuntz reminds me of, dude? He is like, and I think we all know, like, we all have examples of this. But he reminds me of a band that was like a one-hit wonder, dude. Like he had like good season, like good like stretch of games in like 22, 23. Like when he had like 8-9 sacks, he had that crazy game against the Chiefs at Arrowhead. And then he's been trying to get back to that level, but it's kind of like one of those bands, dude, that had 1 or 2 hits. And that's the only shit that they're known for. You know, they keep on releasing albums, but people aren't listening to that shit anymore, dude. That shit's not on the radio. Like he's like that one. He's like the one-hit wonder, dude.
It's facts. I mean, you know, the thing with I like our defense with the corners too is like you have Porter and you're hoping for success. He played good, don't get me wrong, but he didn't play a high rep counts either against great players all year long. So I would most definitely, I mean, I'm not going to say Porter can't be a good cornerback, but we're hoping on it. But who the fuck else is it? Even if you have Eric Stokes, dude, you still don't have your backups. You still don't have your slot corner.
Well, Dustin, you know what people are saying?
Linebackers.
Dustin, well, you know what people are saying, right? They're saying, "Oh, bring back Kai Blue Kelly because he got a few picks."
Oh, fuck that guy. Yeah, you got to be absolute fucking stupid as hell if you want to do that. I would cut that motherfucker for sure. There's no way in hell you're convincing me to bring back Kai Blue fucking Kelly after that year, dude. I mean, that guy got burnt on. His numbers look like wide receiver numbers. Like literally, like if you looked at him, you would think, is this guy a fucking receiver? Like, yeah, no way. There's no way.
He kind of reminded me of Amik a little bit. I think Amik is a better player, but like these guys that get like a pick in like a very opportune time, like you know what I mean? Like
yeah.
And people think that like relieves all of the sins, just because he got a pick, but the guy got burned like 10 times in the game, but he got a pick, and all of a sudden people think he played excellent.
The guy got the ball thrown right in his fucking chest 3 times in a row. I mean, I think fucking my damn kid can catch that fucking ball. So, I mean, we're not sit here and just act like this fucking guy just turned out elite as fuck. And the things I've always said too is that you're playing 17 fucking games, and we're going to say all out of 16 of them, he played like absolute shit. In the one fucking game, he got 2 fucking picks and shit on. Then we're saying motherfucker's elite, right? Fuck no. I don't know where the fuck your guys' math came up at, but that shit ain't mathin'. That's for damn sure. There's just no way. That dude got fucking burnt. Like, there is no, listen, where the fuck is Richardson? Like, fucking DeCamerion Richardson. Like, he played way fucking better than that motherfucker. So, yeah. I don't know what the fuck we were thinking. Like, I don't know what the fuck we were thinking there, dude. Like, and it wasn't us thinking. It was Pete's fucking SSI having check ass fucking motherfucker. And we're talking about fucking why.
Hey, I'm on SSI.
Hey, I mean, don't get me wrong. I don't have an issue with that, but you're not trying to go coach the fucking Raiders from retirement fucking either. I mean, there's a big difference. I mean, this fucking guy was cut by the fucking Seahawks for a reason. Go to a Super Bowl.
Kidding.
Years, he goes to a Super Bowl 2 years later and wins. Yeah. Like there's a big difference how John Snyder looks at talent and every fucking buddy else in the NFL. Pick up fucking Russell. Fucking dude's played like shit the rest of his whole career, literally. Fucking you picked up fucking Pete Carroll. Fucking you ended up being the worst fucking team in the NFL. I mean, fuck, we literally went out and was like, this bitch sat out a whole year. And we're like, let's go get him. Let's get this fucking guy. Then he came in here. I mean, we should have known this guy was so full of shit the minute he said fucking, oh, yeah, man, the Seahawks, some of my Seahawk players are going to be really pissed off at me because this secondary, man, oh, shit, this is almost better than the Legend of Boom. And motherfucker, what did you mean, like Legend of dog shit? Like, them guys were so fucking bad. You had a Landon Roberts out there and them trying to be in fucking coverage, dude. You should be shot. You should be shot.
Yeah. Well, not only that, Meredith was another Jason Kelsey.
Yeah, fuck yeah. I'm not gonna lie, that shit was fucking next level weird shit. When he said fucking Chip and them said that, I was like, what the fuck? I'm like, Meredith is not fucking Jason Kelsey, bud. Not even fucking close. Nowhere, not even on his best day. Not even on his best day, he pissed out his leg, man. Like, no way.
I mean, guys, let's be honest. We should have known that we were fucked when Amari Cooper retired just days before the opener.
I knew it.
And then Jermaine Pratt also demanded to get traded. Like, that was only like 3-4 weeks into the season.
They're all like, no, fuck this. No.
And that shit was crazy. The Amari Cooper thing was crazy because he was. I remember he was on the team for like 3-4 days, and he gave the the press conference, and he was like super excited. But then I think he got on the practice field and he saw Geno throwing picks. I'm sure he's like, you know what, fuck this. I'm out of here. I do think last year, like, Pete's biggest sin is it set us back a whole year because the guys that should have gotten more burn, they didn't get that burn. So I'm thinking of guys like Caleb Rogers, like the tackle, even Tonka, like a few of the other rookies. Jack Besh, I think he should have gotten like more burn.
Mm-hmm.
And so that really impacted, I think, their development for that year. And so I think that's overall, like, yes, we only won 3 games or whatever, but Pete's biggest sin was the fact that he didn't develop these players or use that year to develop those players.
Yeah, because he kept saying they weren't ready, but when they finally put them in, they were ready.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I mean,
because he favored them fucking Seahawk players like a
Yeah,
motherfucker, dude.
yeah, they weren't his little babies, you know.
I
There's
mean,
his little.
I told you guys, like,
He's
tax
like, we're
season's
gonna play Forsythe over fucking Colton Miller, fucking meth smoking motherfucker, man. I mean, holy shit.
I told you guys, tax season's coming up in like 6 weeks or so or whatever.
Oh,
I'm pretty sure
God, don't
Pete's gonna
remind
put
me.
I'm pretty sure Pete's gonna put Geno as a dependent, dude.
Hey, that's facts. And I already did my taxes, so fucking they better get to work on that shit.
I'm gonna put Cortez as a dependent. Fuck it, yeah.
I'm paying fucking Cortez as my one little son, adopted son.
Get a little tax break off his ass.
Yeah,
Putting the
fuck it, man.
Raiders as a
As
good
much as they want to
deduction.
get back, I'll take that money too. Fuck it.
What were you saying, Mike?
So I was putting the Raiders as a deduction, you know. They owe me.
I mean,
Is
Mark
that
Davis looks adopted.
Is that Ted guy? Is he the dude from Georgia State? Is that the guy you're talking about? I think that's who he's talking about, man.
I don't know who he's talking about.
That is the guy. Yeah, I'm not gonna lie. That guy, he does go hard, man. I won't lie. That dude's a little catching motherfucker. I mean, the only thing that, like, when it comes to guys like them, man, it's really hard to say. I think that dude only, if I remembered right, he's only got like 5 or 6 touchdowns. So I mean, I know he's broke 1,000 yards, but it's the touchdown production, I think, is a big deal. Like, I'll tell you like this, Dunker, man, if there's a way that Dunker ends up falling in that second to later in the second round, like towards the end, I would rather take one of them fourths in my third and trade back into that second and fucking get Dunker that way and take fucking Omar Cooper Jr. with our current second than get Ted, if I'm just being honest. I mean, I think Omar Cooper Jr. can be a true one receiver for the Raiders down the board. I don't think that Ted's going to do that in the NFL, if I'm just being honest. And I mean, he's a good player. I mean, I've watched him for a few years. I mean, I'm not going to say that he's not good. I would just say, like, where we're at as a team, it's the X receiver. And then it's just like kind of like fucking, again, something Spytek said at the presser. He said, if you can get a true X, you fucking hold on to him with dear life, because there ain't very many of them walking the earth anymore as it is. And that's why he spoke about, we'll run our team as rotating players all over the place because we don't have it. Omar Cooper Jr. can most definitely be a true X1 receiver over time over the next 2 years. I think he would be, not in the NFL, he won't be. Ted will not be a fucking true X receiver in the NFL.
Dustin, and I wonder if there's something that I was thinking about in terms of draft strategy. If Spike Tech does what the Texans did a few years ago when they doubled up with high picks on CJ Stroud and Will Anderson, if you just trade shit to pick, let's say you go Fernando and you trade shit to get Cooper.
Yeah, I'm not gonna lie, man. If I was the Raiders, I feel like Cooper should fall into that early second round. I think Cooper, don't get me wrong, Cooper could easily go into the first round too. It's 100% possible. And yes, if I was the Raiders, I would most definitely try to shoot up there to go get him for sure. If you're getting Fernando, if you're
yo, I'm back now.
you're not getting Fernando, then I wouldn't really worry about Cooper in that fashion. But all I would hope is we're trading into the second for Dunker, not trading into the first for Cooper. Like, that's going to cost too much capital. And I think if you're sitting at the tail end of the second round and our pick in the third is an early third, and you're offering one of our fours will be going with that third to get back in. I would way rather do that, because if you take the third and trade back in late on the second, that's like our third pick. You know what I mean? And giving up 1/4, who gives a fuck? We got 3 of them. You know what I mean?
But you know, what's interesting as we're talking about this, you know, like the mistake that we made, we're neglecting the defense, and that's like the biggest hole that we've identified. You know.
Well, I think if you went quarterback, receiver, and O-line, just those 3, you're gonna need a halfback too. You got to get a halfback. So 4 picks out of the 10, and let's say you trade some and you ended up 4. Let's say that you ended up 4 offense, 4 defense in the draft, right? Let's say you trade up some of them picks, you end up with 8 picks, maybe even 7 again, but just better value, right? Who gives a fuck? You got $100 million to go out and fix the defense. You don't need no more offensive players. The only thing in offense is either an O-lineman, a fucking halfback for sure, if you're not running Zamir, and a wide receiver. Like, that's just what it is. So if you tackle that if you tackle that through the draft, that gives you way longer longevity in those 3 positions.
Let's not forget the fullback, though. We need a fullback.
I've said it. You can take Zamir White and move him into a fullback position. I've said it. He would make a better blocker than he would be a halfback. I've said that for years. I've said Zamir would probably be a better natural fullback, and I would not be surprised to watch him play. He can run, he can catch, he can block. I don't think he'd be a bad player in there. My problem is I just feel like he just runs into motherfucking back of his own offensive line all the time. But his job will be fullback is the gap will open and he'll take the next guy. So I think he'd be a good fullback. I've said it. I strongly believe it. I've said it for years. Anybody knows me, I've said that fool should go fullback. I think if you're going after you can still go after Alex Golden, and he would actually be the most sense. He plays in that system. He knows that he just came from Mike McDaniels. He knows that system very well. So I would be in favor for them to go get him and bring him. It's not like he is a bad player there, and he's good. So, and he will be an option. So I would just say even if you draft one, who gives a shit? I've said you're going to spend most of your money on the defensive side of the ball anyways. If you go fill out your offense through the draft, you stay young, you stay there, you can get the players. But I also think free agency will play a big part in that first. You know, like, there's nothing saying that they go after Omar Cooper. They can most definitely get a guy in free agency and not even go corner or receiver at all with him. And again, I've said there's nothing that'll say that they'll take Fernando at the first pick. It can be Averill Reese if they don't get the deal, and that's the direction they decide. I mean, we all make an assumption because why? Why do we make the assumption? Because we say we're desperate for a quarterback. That's the number one fucking deal. And I'm going to keep saying Klint went to Seattle to coach fucking Geno. So I don't know if he feels he's so desperate. And what was the one thing I've said the whole time? That Klint coaches veteran quarterbacks damn good. I said that the whole fucking time. My number one thing I've stood on is Klint ain't never built the rookie quarterback ever. And when he played with Spencer Rattler, what did I tell you guys before we even hired Klint? I said my number one question to Klint in the interview would be what? What did I say? I said, what happened in fucking the Saints when Derek Carr went down and you had to go with Spencer? Why did that team fall off just so fucking drastic? That's what I would ask him, because that's what we're getting. Rookie fucking quarterback. So you can't look past that shit, man. Like, if I'm just being honest, for Klint to come out here and have the best success behind this line with the players we have would say veteran quarterback. Even Kirk Cousins would probably be a better option. So all I would say is, what has Tom Brady said? I've heard Tom Brady talk about CJ Carr publicly. I've never heard him talk about Fernando Mendoza publicly ever. Not one fucking time. I don't know. I keep saying, man, there are ways you can still trade up and get quarterbacks in today's drafts, even when you're at later into the round. It doesn't matter. There's ways, dudes have ways to move the fuck up if you're going to sacrifice shit, right? So let's take this scenario, right? Let's just take this scenario. Defense is the most needed position in the team, right? Offense is the least. That's why I've said, why would you spend money on the O-line when you can just rotate some players and maybe pick up one fucking guy? Our fucking tight ends are fine. Why the fuck we need another? We got Michael Mayer, we got fucking Brock, whoever the third dude is, fucking kudos to him. Fucking halfback. I'm keep saying it. Genty, you can fucking go with Zamir. I mean, look, dude, fucking the coaching staff don't fucking know shit. I don't like Zamir, but he was better option motherfuckers playing on the field this year. Like, he was a way better option and shown he can play at least better ball to a little bit of extent, dude. Like, we literally benched a lot of our players that I felt like, even if I didn't like them, still played better. Like I've said, why did all of a sudden fucking Camry Richardson disappear? Numerous fucking people just disappeared. Like, it didn't fucking matter. Like that, all I would say is I'm not going to go back and look through that. And then we're saying Chip Kelly's offense to Klint Kubiak's. Like, fuck no, let's not do that, man. Let's not do that. He has players on the squad that could already take care of that offensively. So all I would say is you don't need to invest a lot in there. Let's just say, okay, what is it? Fullback, one receiver, halfback, O-line. And then if you draft a quarterback or you sign one, you got 5 offensive guys, right? 10 picks, 5 offensive guys, 100 million. I don't understand why it's so fucking hard. I mean, goddamn, if you're going out there, I think you can get your 10 fucking dudes over on the other side. You're not signing every dude for $20 million. You're not signing every dude. You sign some of those guys for $2.5 million. You might sign some fucking dude for 5 and get great value out of them. Average players, average people fucking on the team aren't costing you 20 mil per fucking dude. So all I would say is, and that's not even if you're giving him 20, that doesn't mean that that's what we're paying him. There's a thing called fucking guaranteed money, paid money. Not every contract has, I gave him 20, I'm giving him 20 million. That's not how it works, man. Some of them contracts have deals in them where 20 million is between incentives and so on like that. Doesn't mean that he's going to fully make that $20 million. It'll say on the contract that, yes, we made a 4-year, let's just say 4-year, $80 million at $20 million a year. But it'll show guaranteed money, $56 million. You know, like, they're not fucking 24 million of that isn't guaranteed in there. So how they write contracts also determines on how much you're giving a dude. Like, you make a Max Crosby signing, you're probably giving him guaranteed fucking money. So even if we went after Kirk Cousins, what are you going to guarantee him? $12 fucking million? Old fucking boy, watch out. You know, like, if you're drafting your guys good, you're paying them all $25 million. Who gives a shit? I just got 8 players or 10 players for $25 million. Like, I think that's pretty good value. And then if you look at the way that they drafted last year, it looked like damn near all their fucking players can play all the way into their 7th round, you know? So, I mean, I liked Lindenberg when he came in and played, man. That guy fucking showed he can get after a dude. And, like, I liked him. I would most definitely want to play that guy. But I'm just saying, every guy, when they got an opportunity to play, showed that they can play. I would just say, in my own personal opinion, the only guy I felt like was over-talked was Thornton. That's it. I think Thornton was over-talked like a motherfucker, and everybody else wasn't. And most of them all produced when they all got in there. I'd say all of them did, like literally. So I don't know. I mean, I don't think you're going to invest too much offensively. I think at the end of the day, you can afford to put up some of them picks because, like I've said, let's just put the scenario like this. Let's say that the Raiders fix the offense right now, right? Let's say that the Raiders go into this draft pick, into this draft, and they say, okay, through free agency and offense, we want to get those 5 players and we want to get the best that we can. So let's just say that they do go Fernando, they go Cooper, and they go Dunker, right? Then they or even draft a fucking fullback and so on. Then they take the rest of the money when they're done and just fully invest it into the defense. The only time you're going to be working on the offense in the next few years is when a guy is leaving or reconstructing a contract because you already have your people there. There's a big difference when you're not having to focus on next year, still trying to figure out how to fix the offense and the defense. Next year's money finishes fixing the defense. So if it was me, I would invest offensively first, just to, like I've said, put up that 35 fucking points a game. But at the end of the day, you got to put the rest of that money all into the defense. No doubt about it. And I mean, I wouldn't overspend offensively. That's why my 2 key players' offense would be drafted. I mean, Fernando's not playing this year. That's why I just feel like Fernando should not be the first pick, man. Like, how do you pick the first fucking pick in the NFL draft and he is not playing? Like, that's fucking crazy as fuck. If we take Averill Reese with the first overall pick, guess who's fucking playing? Averill fucking Reese. And guess who's going to fucking kill it in a 3-4 fucking base defense? Averill fucking Reese. So I would most definitely look to go after Averill Reese if I was the Raiders, man. Like, I wouldn't go after Fernando, dude. Like, if I'm just being honest, why won't you just give Aidan the fucking chance to just play? Like, fucking, let's say Aidan plays 1 year, he fucking gets 6-7 wins, still sets you up for a quarterback next year. I mean, hell, you're telling me Sam Levin ain't better? I'll take that motherfucker. I mean, there are most definitely better quarterbacks, dude. I mean, that's where I would go at. But I would just say, like, I don't know why I don't know. He just won the Super Bowl with Sam fucking Darnold, dude. You're telling me you can't get Aidan O'Connell playing good football? That'd be crazy as fuck. I think, and we're not looking to go Super Bowl next year. Maybe in the next 3 or 4. Aiden's good, man. What is he, 7-1 with the 100-yard running back, 100-yard rushing running back per game?
Yep.
7-1.
Absolutely.
What's Klint do best? Run the ball, play action. Yep. Probably be best for fucking Aidan. People talk about Aidan's fumbles. When were those fumbles? During the Chargers? 1 fucking game, literally. Like, fucking talked about 35 sacks, but we're gonna say that's all Aidan, not the O-line. Like, I'm telling you, I would probably roll with Aidan, man, if it was me. If I'm just being dead ass serious, like, in Klint's offense, dude, Aidan's gonna fucking win. He's gonna win for sure, dude. There is not a doubt in my mind. And I've said it, if he plays poorly, who cares? You're drafting a quarterback next year anyway. So, I mean, as much as I would love to just go out there and win 12 games this year, even if Max gets pissed off, I don't give a fuck. I would rather say, okay, man, we got our guy next year and we're fucking set for fucking 15 years. I'm all for that shit in a heartbeat. I'm just going to be honest, dude. Averill Reese is a better overall player than Fernando Mendoza. I don't give a fuck. Like, he is a better overall player. So if I'm going to be going for what's best for the team, I think Averill Reese for the Raiders is a way better overall pick. So, and I've heard, and I told everybody before Fernando ever got into the conversation, I said, I heard that the Raiders have fucking evaluated players in the first round that had a higher grade than Fernando Mendoza. So I don't know, man. I don't know. I mean, I absolutely don't know.
I'm not going to argue with you, man, because I'm definitely on the
you guys already know that I'm a Fernando dude. That's my guy.
Well, like I was
And
trying to say,
This guy's told me his guys numerous times at quarterback, and they suck. I'm
fuck
just.
you. I'm out of here. I'm going in like 20 minutes. I'm gonna go to bed.
Well, we're gonna hop off in like 10 minutes, but
All right, then I'll see you guys soon, bro. I'm about to go to bed.
all right, man.
All right, later.
Have a good night, Aaron.
Yeah, I gotta get up
All right,
around
you too.
11:20 for sure.
All right,
But
later.
I would 100% go after Reese. Not even close. I'd take Averill Reese all day. First pick in the draft, dude. Like over Fernando for the Raiders. So I've said it, dude. Like the Jets can have him. Like I don't think that's the guy we should. And he's good, man. And don't get me wrong, Tom Brady can probably mold that guy just due to the fact of who he is. I'm not going to argue that he couldn't mold him into a good player. You know, I'm just saying like Averill Reese with Max Crosby, dude, is going to fuck kill it. He's going to kill it. So, but I don't know. You have anything you want to add before we hop out of here in a few minutes? Anything you want to bring up or on this topic that we've been talking about?
Who, me?
Yeah.
Oh, I'm the only one left. I guess it's me. No, I mean,
just said he was bouncing.
like I said, I'm more of the trade back guy. I don't think Mendoza is the guy, but we've already gone over everything I want to say. So that I would say, but so I don't want to keep repeating. But yeah, we'll just wait and see what happens, man. And the one thing I want to add is the fact that after free agency is over, and it's not that far away. It's only like what 15, 20 days away, somewhere in that range. Find out what we do there. Then we're going to know, or at least have a better idea of what we're going to do in the draft.
Yeah, and you want to know something that bugs me about Fernando, and I don't know why other people don't catch these things is what did Fernando say the reason why he didn't want to throw in the draft or in the combine? He said he didn't want to throw in the combine because you're not throwing to your players, to your receivers. That's why he said he wants to wait till pro day so he can give them best option of throwing. Okay, Fernando, when you go to the NFL, you're not throwing to none of your fucking players.
Exactly.
So that
I've said the same thing, and
that's a big red flag when you say that, man. I think that's a big red flag for a guy like me to say, okay, you just want to go to your pro day, throw to the guys you've thrown to all year long, but when you come to the NFL, it's going to be like the combine.
And I get chewed on for that too. Get called an idiot, man. What would make him want to throw in the draft? I said one thing is because he's a man. He wants to prove that he can do something with receivers that he doesn't know, because that's what's going to happen to him. I said he's effing scared. He wants to do, a pro day under guided, regulations. I mean, where he can do what he wants to do, not with the combine at. That's not how I judge my quarterback, especially at number one overall. Is by like, no, I'm scared. I'm not going to risk my number one spot overall. Well, if you're that effing good, do it.
You should go out
yeah, I'm number one overall, and I will show you in the combine. I will show you in a pro day that I'm number one. But I think he knows he's not number one overall quality.
And
So
what's it
that's the
matter
only way he's going to lose his number one overall quality is if he does not perform.
Yep.
So I mean, so what's that? Come on.
And what's it matter if the receiver drops the ball if he put it right in his hands? What's it matter?
Right. Yeah. Well, his timing's going to be off. He doesn't have that great of timing anyway. I mean, his receivers saved him. I don't know how many catches. His running backs carried him through the season, and his defense and his offensive line, they carried him through the whole season. So I'm sorry. I mean, I know how receivers have route trees. Well, this dude doesn't have a passing tree. I mean, he's got like 4 or 5 plays that he can throw. He can't throw deep. Can't throw in the middle of the field. Everything's the back shoulder. I mean, and we want to lose the possibility of getting 4 or 5 first-round draft picks plus other picks for this guy? Let me ask you, if you feel that way, would you, if you're at number 2 and the Jets were at number 1 and they wanted Mendoza, would you be willing to trade if we had him? 3
Fuck
first
no.
rounders, two first rounders this year, 3 first rounders next year, and then probably a second or third scattered around in there. Would you trade that for Mendoza? And my answer is no. And if anybody that's a Mendoza fanatic thinks that they would trade that for Mendoza,
They're crazier than fuck.
I'm not gonna say nothing.
And we probably wouldn't even trade up that case, and they wouldn't even give us the guy to begin with. They would keep him.
Right.
So we would draft.
I'm just saying, yeah.
You know, fucking. I almost wish we ended up that way this year, to be honest, dude. Like, I'm almost dead ass serious. So I wish we would have ended up with the second pick, because at the end of the day, let's just be real, man. Statistics, I've looked this up. The Jets are not giving up no fucking 3 first-round picks at all. They're not going to offer 3 first-round picks, because statistics say when you're the first and second overall pick, the only trade that's ever been done and to move up the one position only took a third and a fourth just to swap picks. So nobody's going to come out there and just give out 5 picks. The logic would say trade back with the Browns, because they would give you the most value in the picks, 3 and 4 picks to do it.
What are the Browns at, 4 or 5?
They're like 5 or 6. And then
5 or 6.
Yeah, somewhere right there. But you would lose out on Reese.
You would lose out on Reese for sure. Yeah.
Bain, though. So Bain would be still another good option if you're looking to just pair up with Max. Bain would be another good option. If I was the Raiders, I would draft Averill Reese with the first overall pick, and then I would let them fucking Jets have fucking Fernando. Why do I give a fuck?
I don't want Fernando.
I don't need to get hold of the kid.
I don't know how much shit you catch for that, but I catch shit for that all the time. What do you mean? He won the Heisman. He went undefeated. He won the national championship. First of all, national championship and going undefeated is a team thing. Second of all, winning the Heisman is a quarterback competition, and it's a popularity contest, and he was the best quarterback this year.
Team thing too.
What's that saying? Oh,
and I would say
it's not saying shit. I mean,
he put up 185 yards in the championship game, man. I mean, fucking, and 1 rushing touchdown. I mean, I don't know if I'm going to be going out.
That was the most impressive play I've ever seen by him.
Listen, nobody even
was that one run. Was that one run play when he actually put the team on his back for that one run play?
Nobody knew who Fernando was before week 8 of college football.
Right.
So,
well, I watched Cal Berkeley, so I knew who he was.
Like I've always said,
I mean, everybody that says about Fernando is like, okay, how many games you watch? Look what he did in the national championship. Okay, that's one game, and it was not him. It was the running game that carried him. He threw for 174 yards, for Christ's sake, and 3 of those catches at least were ridiculous catches by the receivers. I mean,
I'm gonna say I don't know if he trades back, because you can really hurt your draft stock for that. I'm telling you, I would not be shocked if the Raiders said that they went with Averill Reese for the first overall pick in the fucking draft. I mean, I'm going to just be dead ass. And I'm going to tell you, Geno's under contract and he's not there with Pete and them. And when fucking Kubiak sits down, he's going to most definitely make that clear as day. So I'm just telling you guys, I don't know if I'd get too high on the horse. Aidan showed that he can win. They will extend him and make him a backup quarterback next year. I mean, you have the players here right now. I don't know if quarterback is the most needed position. If they don't believe in Geno, they can just get Kurt for 10 to 12, so Kurt is not going to get crazy money. It's just not going to happen. So I don't think that they need I don't think in Klint Kubiak's offense you need the greatest quarterback. You just need a guy that look, you know why I don't think Fernando is going to go wanting to throw in the combine? In the combine, one of their drills is what? Throwing deep out to the right and left fucking corners of the field. He's not going to fucking be able to do that. Fernando can't do that. His fucking ball will be way the fuck off. I mean, there's some he's going to be pretty good on, and there he's going to be way off. He does not have a deep ball arm at all. So,
Nope.
you know, at the end of the day, I just feel like if you're looking at the base value, I'm going to stand it, look it up, do the research. Just look up where Averill Reese's overall value is in the draft. They're going to tell you, man, he's number one overall just due to the fact that Fernando teams are quarterback needed teams now. That's what they want. Everybody in the draft. I've said it. Unless you have a year where there's no team needs quarterback, that's when you'll see a defensive lineman go off the board. But if you're saying that there's a team that needs quarterback over defense, that's not going to happen. They're going to always pick quarterback. That's why they always say and look, I'm just going to keep going back to Mel Kiper. If Mel Kiper believed the bullshit that he's spewing right now, and it's just not politician shit, then he wouldn't have fucking said that Fernando wasn't the first overall pick before Dante. I told you guys for a long time, Dante was not it this year. You need to go back to college. I was saying it for a long time. And this motherfucker said he's going to be the first overall pick. And I said, bullshit. This guy don't even know what the fuck he's talking about. And then the second that the guy declares back, he's saying Fernando is like, you can't buy into that bullshit. You can't buy into it. That guy is propaganda like a motherfucker. He's just going to talk about no, you can't do that shit. So at the end of the day, he did not have Fernando pegged as the number one quarterback in this draft. He did not have him there. He had the Raiders taking Dante fucking Moore. That's who he had us taking. So, no, not sit here and listen to Mel Kiper or any of them fucking dudes talk that bullshit. If we're looking at pure fucking talent, because that's what it's supposed to be at, pure fucking talent is where you're picking at that pick, because that's what the fucking first, second rounds are about, is finding key talented players in key positions. Like, there's a reason that coaches say, hey, we don't go O-lineman until rounds 3 and 4, because we're looking for those halfbacks, them quarterbacks, the fucking wide receivers, tied somebody that has massive value. And don't get me wrong, corners and so on can pop up in there, but it's just more offensively set at for those top picks. So like I said, I would just shock everybody, man. If I was the Raiders, if they picked Averill Reese, I'd be like, fuck yeah. I wouldn't even try to trade, because that's where you're going to get fucked. If you try to trade, unless it's with them Jets, unless you are like, hey, if we can just get one first round pick from the Jets, or even a fucking second, second, third, however they feel, you're still gaining value, and you only moved one spot, and you still got your fucking guy. So
yeah, because Arvell Reese is not going past number 2.
Fuck no. The Jets will take Arvell Reese.
Once Mendoza's gone, Arvell Reese is second.
Yeah, he's a Jet.
That's obvious.
So I would, like I said, I would try, man. I would try. But either way, we'll talk about that on Friday. If you have anything else you want to add before we bounce out of here.
No, I'm good.
All right, well, Friday we'll talk defense, man. We'll get more into the defense. We'll get more about talking about players here and now, and maybe some key players. We'll go through, look in the next day or two, or through the free agency that's coming through, maybe a draft player, and we'll kind of talk about the same thing. Maybe we'll come up with, I don't know, maybe 2 or 3 drafted players, 2 or 3 free agent players that we want, the individual people we want for this team that can make us better. Just like talked about on Monday, getting frickin' Dunker and so on, putting them on the team, just key people that can help change the whole way the team has looked, so. And that's why I've said, like, I would love to get Pickens over there, man. I didn't know the dude was 24 years old, but long story short, you're going to pay him $30 million, and that's right. A lot of our money. So you just think about it, it's 30% of what we got. So it wouldn't be a good idea. But we'll talk about all the defense Friday. Outside of that, if you want to give a shout out before we bounce.
Shout out to the chat as usual. The chat keeping us going, making good comments, asking questions, stuff like that. It's awesome that you guys hang with us for, how long has it been? Not too long, only 2 hours. Only 2 hours. It's kind of a short show for us, but hanging out with us and participating. Shout out to the chat.
Hell yeah, fucking like I've always said, man, really do appreciate all you guys. Appreciate the support, appreciate the conversations, appreciate everybody in the chat. Like I've always said, man, love it. Fucking you guys been doing great. Love talking about football, man. And like I say, we'll talk more about it on Friday, and then probably next week we'll talk about Fernando just in general. So we've got a little bit of time still left, man. So we'll see what's gonna happen and kind of go from there. But outside of that, like I always say, stay safe, don't drink and drive, man. Raider Nation for life. Catch you on the next one, man. Peace out.
Good night, everybody.